Well, another extraordinary episode here and insight, in fact, into the way Donald Trump intends to deal with some major issues once he's US president. He's just dismissed North Korea's latest claim to be developing a missile capable of delivering a nuclear strike against the US. He did it via Twitter. That's what he tends to do, isn't it? Mr. Trump highlighting a boast in the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's New Year's message that preparations for a missile launch had reached the final stage. His view on that? Very simple. It won't happen. We're trying to work out quite what that means, expressing doubts perhaps about North Korea's nuclear capabilities, maybe suggesting preventive action, not quite clear. But let's go over to our correspondent Steve Evans, who's in the South Korean capital, Seoul. Just wonder what to make of that, Steve.
That's right. You could take it lots of ways. You could take it as, well, we don't reckon they've got the technological ability. They ain't going to be able to do it. Or it could be, I'm going to sit down and talk with Mr. Kim, like I said I would before the election, over a burger, and we're going to negotiate a way out of it. But certainly in this country, in government circles, they're treating it as Mr. Trump giving a warning to Mr. Kim that we will stop it happening. That's what the government is saying. It's a clear warning, which then prompts the question, how could the US stop North Korea getting an effective nuclear arsenal, including the missiles? Sanctions aren't obviously working. Is there a military option? If you talk to military experts, non-ideological military experts in the US, they say there aren't really military options. Special forces, bunker buster bombs, can't be guaranteed to destroy the program. So what's left? That we simply do not know. It is in those three words. It won't happen, in that mysterious tweet.
We wait to see what won't happen quite then. Steve, thanks very much for that. Interesting that Mr. Trump also took the opportunity to tweet and have another pop at Beijing, in fact. I'll quote that for you in a moment, but let's just introduce John Sudworth, who is in Beijing. John, good to see you. The tweet ran, China's been taking out massive amounts of money and wealth from the US in totally one-sided trade, but won't help with North Korea. Nice. How do Beijing feel about this latest salvo?
Well, the reaction's been pretty muted. They're used to this, of course, as you say. Donald Trump has been taking to Twitter a lot in recent weeks. And Beijing will know that there's a difference between waxing lyrical about foreign policy issues on social media and actually having a foreign policy. And a foreign ministry spokesman today simply said that we call for all sides to refrain from words and deeds that escalate tension, the normal kind of stuff. So they seem to have brushed it off pretty lightly. I do think, though, that Beijing will be concerned, at least behind closed doors, that there is something of substance to this. It is North Korea's only ally. It provides its only economic lifeline, and many observers have long said that it doesn't do enough to push Pyongyang in terms of its nuclear ambitions. And I think what we're seeing from Donald Trump is once again an indication of what his thinking is. And I think it will give Beijing another cause for concern that come January the 20th, relations between Beijing and Washington may be a little more strained.
That's not far away, is it? John, thank you very much indeed.